Didn't they say ready yesterday?
Oh, without fail, Miss Doyle. It's been a week and it's not ready by now. There's something wrong.
Hey, Max. Comes up all right with a scrub and polish. The car.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were one of the guys from the workshop. Your car?
No, it's mine. It looks great, thank you.
Yeah, well, I'm the best cut and polish man in the place. So the boss says. Of course, he makes sure that I get plenty of practice.
Sure, that cop lives in at the pub.
Yeah, what about it?
Nothing.
Who rattled your fee bucket, Dimmick?
Funny, very funny. Have a gander.
You bastard. Stupid bums, do you think that's funny?
Oh, can't you take a joke, you silly mole?
Right, fellas, let's get it down.
You're a pack of bloody idiots. Because if you bring things off...
We never thought it'd stay up there. We thought it'd fade away. Should have used more bangers.
I think you've had enough fun for one day.
What are you talking about now?
I don't know. Well, let's look behind door number 1.
Oh, is this what you think they're used for, Dimmick?
Oh, I had to blow them up. It's the only way they'd fit me.
In your dreams.
It's time for this to be.
All right, guys, come on, break this up. What's going on?
Oh, nothing, Mr. Farmer. Just having a bit of a joke with Molly.
How'd you get it up there?
Oh, we hoisted it up on the forklift.
Mr. Palmer, aren't you going to do anything about this?
Yeah. That's enough, lads.
Look, it's all right. Time to wind it up. Get back to that tea break.
You all right?
Yeah.
Do you boys always have this much fun at work, Mr. Farmer?
Oh, they like to get up to the odd prank. Relieves the boredom.
Is Molly always on the receiving end?
Well, she's the last one on. All the new apprentices cop it.
Well, she didn't seem very happy about it, that's all.
Well, she can't expect any special treatment because she's a girl. I made that plain before she started.
It's not mine, mate.
I thought you were using second-hand parts, Mr. Farmer.
Well, that's right. It would have cost you twice as much if I'd used new. You know, if a girl's going to succeed in a man's world, she's got to fit in. But then I don't have to explain that to you, do I?
No. You see, we're all members, Mr. Farmer.
Can't she take a joke?
Doesn't sound very funny to me. Yeah, sexual harassment isn't very funny.
Sexual, get out of it.
Hey, Jay, they put condoms in the front seat of
Balloons,
the
they're
car.
blown up as balloons.
Then why not use balloons? I mean, they wouldn't have even bothered taking the car down if we hadn't have been there.
What did their boss have to say about it?
Oh, he thought it was as funny as the rest of them.
All right, let me guess, another bloke.
Yeah, you know the type. He wouldn't bother employing her if it wasn't for the wage subsidy.
Oh, he said that to you, did he?
Well, no, he didn't, but he didn't have to.
She was pretty upset.
Oh, look, she's only been here a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah?
Well, it's probably just some sort of initiation, make her feel part of the family.
Isn't that right, Deirdre?
Exactly, mate. Now, where would we be if young Deirdre screamed sexual harassment every time you played a practical joke on her, eh?
Nah, not McKinley. She loves my practical jokes.
Actually, since you mention it,
Yes?
hilarious as they are, Schultz, some of them do go a bit far.
Uh-huh. Like what happened to Molly
We
this
don't
morning.
have a complainant.
PJ, they could be in breach of the equal opportunity provisions.
What about the vehicle? Was there any damage to it?
No, there wasn't, but I don't think it was an isolated incident.
All right, Will, you win. Keep an eye on the place.
That foreman, Jeff Dimmick, seems like a bit of a troublemaker too.
You know him?
No, but he knows me.
I wonder if Pig Dog's back in town.
Who's Pig Dog?
Oh, no one is Jeff's brother.
What's that got to do with Jeff knowing me?
Nothing, he's just probably seen you around the pub, that's all. Look, don't worry about it. He's probably back in Queensland by now.
Hey, Chris.
Oh, hi. You're early. I don't think the lunches are ready yet.
That's all right. I'll go up and see Stace for a sec.
Oh, Adam?
Yep.
I think she's gone out.
She say where to?
She said something about catching a movie at St David's, but I think she's got your mobile with her. You all right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
We'll just see where the lunches are up to. Very nice.
Oh. Thanks. Not bad, eh? One for the display album.
Jeff.
Dash. Heard you'd gone over the dark side. I knew it looks good.
I'm looking for Mr Farmer. Is he around?
Not at the moment. I'm his foreman.
Oh, I guess that's good enough.
I'm fine. I can look after myself.
Well, Molly, it didn't look that way this morning.
It was just a stupid prank. No harm done.
Okay. Well, if there's anything we can do...
Yeah, you can get out of my face. Look, no offence. The last thing I need around here is police protection.
Okay, Molly, but the law is there to benefit you. And if someone's hassling you because of your sex...
No one's hassling me. Look, it was really hard to get this apprenticeship, so can you please not go wrecking it for me?
Okay. But don't forget. Everything okay here? I think we understand each other. Oh, good.
I told you to be wasting your time.
Who said we were wasting our time?
We got our message across.
You got a wolf whistle.
A wolf whistle, I don't believe it.
Why? Because they didn't show our officers the respect they deserve.
Well, look at them. They look like a couple of pitch-and-chested schoolboys in their uniforms.
That was the CFA. Looks like there might be a fire at UREC.
Maggie, take PJ. Make sure he doesn't get lost.
It's a false alarm.
You could say that.
Malfunction, was it?
Do you reckon a malfunction's a female with a filthy temper? Yeah.
You set the alarm off, did you, Molly?
I had to.
Why, Molly?
Look, I was locked in there, right? I wasn't about to stay
Well, how do
there
you know
all
they
night.
weren't going to come back and let you out again?
Because I'd been there since knockoff. No one was coming back for me.
So who did it?
I have no idea. Really, I don't. Look, it'll be one of the funsters I work with.
Jeff Dimmick seems to enjoy fun more than most, doesn't he?
Well, whoever it was, they would have had to get the key from Mr. Farmer.
Is there a spare?
Not to the locker room.
So where does Mr. Farmer keep his key?
It hangs on the hook in his office during the day and he takes it home with him at night. Except this afternoon he wasn't there.
Where was he?
I don't know. He said he wasn't feeling well.
Molly, what I said this afternoon about the law being there to protect you, it still stands.
I'm not a dobber.
Doesn't mean that you have to put up with this sort of treatment either.
Okay. Is that it? Can I please go?
I admire your loyalty, Molly. I just hope they're worth it.
She's finished.
You sure you're not being a bit hasty?
A workplace is no place for females. She proved they just can't take it.
But Molly wasn't the one who started it, was she?
Oh, that thing with her car was just a prank. This is malicious damage.
Under the circumstances, I think she was justified in her actions.
What are you talking about?
Somebody locked her in.
And setting the alarm off was the only way she could get out.
Now, the CFA confirmed that they had to break the door down.
Well, who's going to pay for that? I want it charged.
The only charges we'll be laying Mr. Farmer would be for unlawful imprisonment.
Can we see your keys, please, Mr. Farmer?
Which is the one to the locker room?
This one here.
Do you mind if I hang on to that?
No, keep it. It's no good to me anymore.
Now, would anybody else have got hold of these keys in the course of the afternoon?
No, they were hanging on a hook in my office like they always do. Well, anyone could have borrowed them.
And you were home at knock-off time when Molly was locked in.
That's right, I had a migraine.
Can anyone corroborate that?
Oh, yes, my wife. Oh, no, wait
Just
a minute.
answer the question, please, Mr. Farmer.
My missus all right. She was at home with me until the CFA called.
All right, Mr. Farmer, we won't keep you. You've got a few problems to sort out.
Oh, and I'll sort them out all right. I'll go straight to the source.
Mr. Farmer, if that means sacking Molly begs, I'd think again.
Are you trying to tell me how to run my business
No,
now?
of course I'm not, sir. But if Molly brought action for unfair dismissal, I'd feel bound to explain what sort of treatment gets dished out to your female employees.
You birds stick together, don't you?
Well, as long as there's blokes like you around, we have to.
Can you ever remember any of the female recruits getting over at first time?
Yes, I did the first time.
Rubbish.
I did.
That's at the academy, you know, the parallel bars. You ever see a woman get over at first go?
See, why would I be lying to you?
Because you're a scoundrel. I don't know. You wouldn't be lying and fibbing, maybe. Do you want a drink?
All right, yeah, I'm just going to go over here.
Hello.
Hey, Stace, how are you?
Good.
Where have you been?
Went to the movies. Saw the new Tom Cruise film.
On your own.
I want you to meet my friend Brad.
G'day, Adam. Been hearing all about you.
Is that right?
Don't worry, only good
Yeah,
things.
Stace has called me up on all the goss. Chris still making the best kind of meals in Mount Thomas? I'm starving.
I don't know why. Spending all afternoon in a dark picture theatre.
Hey, you missed a great show, mate.
Be out on video before he gets round to going.
Could you excuse us for a second, please?
It's all right. Want a drink, mate?
No,
Here we
I'm
go.
all right. Thanks, Nick.
Are you going to introduce your friend? Actually, we know each other. Hi, how you going, Pig Dog?
G'day, Tash.
You're jealous.
No, I'm not. I just don't like being played for a
Yes,
fool.
you are, just because he's taller than you.
Stacey, you can stop this stupid game right now. All right? You want to fool around with old boyfriends, you go and do it somewhere else.
Brad is just an old friend.
Yeah, right. Now I know what Dash was talking about.
I see you've been speaking to your friend Dash.
She's got nothing to do with it.
Well, how come you get to spend time with her and I have to give Brad the old heave-ho?
Did you miss something? We work together.
That's not my fault. You know, and I can't help it if I'm stuck here all day with nothing to do.
Well, I'm not the one who wanted to be stuck here. We could have been living in a flat by now, you know, and then you would have had heaps to do.
Yeah, cooking and washing and cleaning. Might as well be back on the farm. Adam.
You turn the light off, I want to get some sleep.
Adam, come on. I hate it when we fight.
Yeah, well, that's all we seem to do lately, isn't it?
Not quite. You are still the sexiest.
Oh, Stacey.
She was locked in, so what? What's the worst thing that could have happened?
She could have been there all night.
Maybe whoever it was had no intention of keeping her there all night. He could have been planning to come back later on when everything was quiet.
Right.
Please.
Who knows?
Aren't you getting ahead of yourselves there?
Well, don't you want to catch this guy?
Got priorities, Mag's got those boogs and Penhope Road, remember?
I'll do those.
Oh, thanks very much, Nicholas.
Yeah, I'd like to get this cleaned up, PJ. I've got enough to do without worrying about false alarms.
Do you know, maybe it's the boss. Hey, Mr. Farmer. You know, he did have access to the key. Unless there was a duplicate. No, Molly said there wasn't.
I could have pinched the key.
Did you hear something?
Someone could have pinched the key, had it cut, then returned before Farmer went home.
Is there a locksmith nearby?
There's actually a little arcade around the corner.
All right, let's go.
Didn't think you were interested.
No, someone's got to protect you if there's a rapist around.
Damien Allenby.
Maggie, you have a key? Great. Let's have a ride in the police car, eh, mate?
Go, Damon! Over the dark horse, mate.
Oh, Damien, your boss says you're very talented.
Yeah. Creating special designs, signage, so forth.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, good. Mate, I got to ask you, they still call them shagging wheel?
Yeah. Did you drive one?
Oh, no. My mother's very traditional. She would never allow it.
Why did you lock Molly in?
I don't know. It just seemed like a good idea at the time.
Mate, it wasn't really spur of the moment, though, was it? I mean, you pinched the key, you had it cut.
Damien, what were you planning to do with her once you had her locked up?
Nothing. Just leave it there till morning.
Oh, come on. That's a bit lame, isn't it?
I'm not sure why you, mate.
Well, you sure you weren't going to come back with the boys and have a bit of fun with young Molly?
No, it had nothing to do with any of the others.
Well, and no one put you up to it?
That was my idea.
Damien, have you ever heard of an offence called unlawful imprisonment?
No.
Well, mate, I'd learn about it real fast if I were you, because it carries a jail sentence and you could be charged with it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is my son here, Damien Allenby?
Yeah, just take a second.
I rang to speak to him at work and they said he was down here.
It won't be long.
Is everything all right?
Yes, everything's all right. I'll just get the detective for
Mrs.
you.
Allenby, I'm Sergeant Croydon. Why don't you come through to my office? Perhaps a cup of tea? And ask Doyle if she'd join us in a minute or two.
Rightio, 3 cups of teas and I'll break out the ice Vovos.
That's ridiculous.
Mrs. Allenby, he's
My
admitted...
son is no bully. Especially if it involves that girl.
Well, why's that?
Well, I sort of got the impression that he was a bit keen on her.
Well, Damien said that he...
Damien won't say anything, Constable. That's the problem with that place.
Yes, we agree that there is a problem. That's why we want
No.
to talk to you.
You don't understand, Sergeant. This has been going on ever since he started his apprenticeship. He says it's clumsiness, but I think there's a lot more to it than that.
Are you saying that he's been injured on the job?
Almost every week.
And you think that these injuries have been deliberately inflicted by the other workers?
Well, I don't know. It's possible. I've tried to talk to that John Farmer about it, but he just doesn't seem to want to know.
Have you got any proof of this?
No, Sergeant, I haven't. Injuries heal. But there's something going on there.
Why would Damien put up with it?
Sergeant, have you got any idea how hard it is to get an apprenticeship these days? Have you? I mean, that job is his big chance.
Mum, what are you doing?
Well, I hear my son's being questioned by the police. You think I'm going to stay away?
I'm sorry.
It's all right, darling. I know it's not your fault. Tell them.
Mum.
This could be your whole future. Tell them what's been going on.
Nothing's going on, nothing at all.
And Damien, are you sure about that? Because your mum seems to think you might have copped a bit yourself.
Yeah, nothing I can't handle. Look, the new guys always get the treatment. It's nothing serious, just a bit of good fun.
Oh, I'm sure Molly didn't see it as a bit of fun, Damien.
I'm sorry, OK? I went a bit overboard. I promise it won't happen again.
All right, Damien, we'll use our discretion. But a repeat performance I'll have you in front of a magistrate so fast your head will spin.
Oh, don't worry, Sergeant. I'll make sure.
Yeah, Constable Doyle will run you back to work. Have a quiet word to Farmer while you're there.
With pleasure. This way, thanks, Damien.
Adam, just stop worrying about it.
I'm not worried, I'm just curious.
Right.
So, how long since they broke up?
I don't know. It was a long time ago.
2 years, 3 years?
A year.
1.
Almost.
Come on, Dash.
Well, it was around Christmas time, but they weren't until we broke up. You don't need to worry about it.
Look, if Stacey wants to have friends, that's her business.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Is this your car?
G'day, mate. That was grass last night. Stacey's a top chick.
Licence, please.
Some other time, hey? I'm in a hurry.
I asked to see your licence.
Give us a break. I'm going for a job. Hang on.
Adam.
You know, I have to be in St David's for an interview.
Well, you look presentable.
Thanks.
Shame about your car. See what we got here. Cracked tail light. One obscured number plate. Bald tyre.
You know it's going to make me late, cost me a job.
Oh, you should have started earlier.
Right, this vehicle's unroadworthy. You've got 7 days to have these items corrected.
Is that all?
No. When are you planning on paying your parking fines?
What?
You've got $800 in unpaid parking fines.
Jeez, mate. You've really been sniffing around my backside, haven't you?
Just part of the service. See you later.
When did you dig up his parking fines?
First thing this morning.
I think Mrs. Allenby was right.
What, the bullying goes deeper than Damien?
Oh, boss, his workmates, they treated him like a returning hero. They all gathered around him, patting him on the back.
What about his boss, this farmer bloke? Didn't he have a few stern words to say?
No, he welcomed him back with open arms. He was going to sack Molly.
It's a bit different, don't you reckon?
Well, why? Because Damien's a bloke?
No, he's got a special talent. Like, his artwork probably brings in a lot of business
Well,
for
look,
the
if
family.
his boss isn't going to discipline him, I think we should. I think we should have
No,
charged
that would have only made matters worse.
I'll explain that to Molly.
Bit of a sad state of affairs when being hauled in by us makes you all right with your mates.
Part of the service we offer the public. Boss?
Turning men into juveniles. Well, you've talked to John Farmer. There's not a lot else you can do.
Boss, that's exactly it. I haven't done anything.
That's more trouble than you, Rick, because someone been hurt. There's an ambulance on its way.
Right, what happened, Mr. Farmer?
An industrial accident. It's got nothing to do with you people.
Yeah, we'll be the judge of that. Thanks.
Who called you?
I did. Because it wasn't any accident. He was meant to be me.
This is where it happened. There's a lot of pressure in these air hoses.
OK, so, Mr. Farmer, what you're basically saying is if his spray gun wasn't connected properly, the hose could fly off, whip around...
Exactly. The nozzle hit him in the face, and if he wasn't wearing goggles, he might have lost an eye.
OK, Molly, now why do you reckon this was meant for you?
And because Trevor only took over at the last minute.
Is this your normal workstation?
Usually. But Mr. Farmer took me off to do another polish on a mate's Merc, because I'm the best.
And you think this is more than someone's negligence?
Well, it's hard to believe it could have been deliberate.
It's someone's idea of a practical joke.
Well, do you really think anyone would do something so dangerous?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time. I'll show you. Now, here the hose clamp has been tampered with, and this flew off with the pressure of the hose.
Would you have any idea who's tampered with it?
Have to be Damien.
Hey?
Damien Allenby mixes her paints. Very good colour matcher.
So he mixes the paint and loads up the spray gun for you, is that right, Molly?
Well, yeah, except this time he sabotaged it.
Why? Has he got a problem with it?
No, he's always making eyes at me, but I think he just wanted to get me majorly scared to big note himself.
Well, Trevor Sykes got more than a scared, didn't he?
Well, could it be anybody else other than Damien?
Suppose so. But no one else has nicked off, have they? I saw him sneak out right after the accident.
His mother's. Did she have any idea where he might be?
She's not there either, boss. The car's gone too.
I reckon they're together. Somewhere, mate, this Damien. He strikes me a bit of a mummy's boy.
What do you want me to get Cooper and McKinley to have a look out for him?
Yeah, mate, in the car too.
What sort of car's he got?
I'll find out for you now.
So where do they go from here?
Trying to get out of town.
Well, whatever you're wrong, Pedro. What if they're not together?
Well, just check and see if Damien's got his own car, but I think you'd better be relying on public transport, huh?
Nick, get Cooper and McKinley to check the railway station. The next train to Melbourne leaves in about 12 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Mount Thomas Station to Mount Thomas 208.
The subject is wanted for questioning in relation to an offence of intentionally causing serious injury. The boss wants you to check the railway station.
Received that. Adam, this isn't the way to the railway station.
That's Dimmick. He's speeding.
The boss isn't going to be happy about this. Okay, definitely no vehicle registered to Damien Allenby.
So, it's train, bus or mum?
Unless he's lying low somewhere.
Well, Adam and Dash should be at the railway station by now.
Well, if they're not, they've missed the train.
Mount Thomas Station to Mount Thomas 208 and local.
Mount Thomas 208, go ahead.
How'd you go at the railway station with Allenby?
We're actually not at the station yet.
They should be there by now.
Report your location, please, 208.
Getting warmer?
Getting warmer? What the... Received that, McKinley. Would you mind repeating? Explain yourself.
Boss, now we're hot. I'll see you shortly.
Now we're hot. Where did they learn that?
Hey,
rubbish?
Sarge, I've had enough of your little bloke sticking his bumper bar up my bum.
And you,
Brad Dimmick.
Brad Dimmick? Are you any relation to Jeff Dimmick? Works down at Farmer's Panel Shop?
Why didn't you stop?
Because I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Cooper, what do you think you're
Hey,
doing?
don't look at me.
I gave you a lawful signal to stop.
Can you get this little prawn off my back?
Constable Cooper, what's this all about?
I observed Mr. Dimmick speeding. I signalled him to pull over. He failed to do so, so I followed him here.
That's crap. He thinks I'm scoring with Stace, so he's trying to make my life hell.
Listen to me, don't push...
Cooper! Constable Cooper, Constable McKinley. All right, would you mind telling me what's going on?
Supposed to be looking for a suspect.
PJ,
Well, what's
please.
going on? Was the station checked?
McKinley, in your opinion, was Dimmick speeding?
He could have been.
Did you check his speed?
No, not as such.
Oh, for God's sake, I'll have a word to you later at your radio procedure. Nick, look after Mr. Dimmick. Cooper, you come with me. Now, Cooper. Listen, I don't care what personal problems you're having with Brad Dimmick. When you put on that uniform, you leave them at the door of the station. Is that understood?
Yeah.
Your actions just then were undisciplined and unprofessional. You disobeyed a direct instruction. You put the apprehension of an offender at risk and you left yourself and the police force wide open to complaints of harassment.
I'm sorry, it won't happen again.
It had better not. I won't be so forgiving next time. Listen, Adam, it has never been easy being in the job and keeping a marriage intact. Now, if you need some time, to sort things out, for God's sake, ask.
It's fine. Thank you anyway, but no.
Good. Then we won't be hearing any more of Brad Dimmick. Do you want to assure me of that?
Look, I just want Constable Bulland off my tail.
Okay, Big Dog, I'll just get you a complaint form to fill out there. Yeah, mate?
Well, you want me to fill out all that?
Well, if you don't want to do that, you can have a chat to the Ombudsman, but he's in Melbourne, mate, so you might have to leave now to catch him.
I'll tell you what, just forget it, eh?
Okay. Some people just don't appreciate a good form, do they?
Have a look at that there.
Sure.
Police superannuation fund. Now, is he eligible for that?
How did that get in there? I don't know.
Adam? I'm sorry about before, but, I couldn't lie.
Don't worry about
for
it,
you.
Dash. Just don't come to me when you need support, OK? We're due on patrol.
I'm not the reason we're here, Adam.
Don't worry about it, Adzo. Suspect's probably halfway to Melbourne, mate. Dirty little twerp.
You're being a bit rough on him, aren't you?
Rough on him? He's going to stuff up his whole case, Meg.
That's almost
Peter, he is having a bit of a rough trot. Cut him a bit of slack.
Cut him a bit of slack. He's slack enough as it is.
We got a jumper on the old water tower. Looks like it's Damien Ellenby.
Come down, Damien, please.
Allenby.
Careful, mate. Steady.
I'm going to go up there.
Damien? Mate? Now, Constable Doyle's going to come up and have a chat with you, all right?
Damien. Now listen, mate, I know you don't want to do that. You just want someone to talk to, don't you? Yeah, okay. All right, well, I think that we should talk about this down there, all right? With me. You can talk with me.
Can't go back to that place.
Well, no, mate, you don't have to. Not if you don't want to. No one's forcing you
You
to.
don't understand. I can't not go back either.
Well, why not, Damien?
The workshop was my future. What am I going to do? Who's going to want to give me another job?
Well, we can sort all of that out, but we will. We'll sort it all out for you, Damien, if you just come down with me. Now, listen, Trevor Sykes, he's okay. He's fine. There's no permanent damage, okay? Damien, there's no future in any of this, all right? I was wrong about you, I admit that. I thought you were part of everything, but now I know that you weren't. Mate, look at me. Okay, I'm sorry. And people change. I've changed, and we can change everything at work for you. You just got to trust us. Damien? Damien? Come on.
Oh, thank God, Damien, you're safe. Everything's going to be fine now, darling. Okay, come on, we're going home.
Done, well done.
Oh, it's not over yet, is it?
I didn't do it.
Well, why'd you run away?
I knew you'd think it was me. I didn't want to get in trouble.
Well, if it wasn't you, who was it?
I don't know. Anyone could have got to the spray gun before me.
Who, Damien?
I just told you I don't know.
Damien, why are you so unhappy at work?
Who says I am?
Well, you said that you didn't want to go back there. I was wondering why.
I never said that.
Oh, you did?
I was confused, that's all. I love my job.
What's going on there, mate?
In the army, they'd call it bastardisation.
Mrs. Allenby, we've been through all this before. Unless you've got some sort of evidence, we can't proceed.
Damien. When we got home today, he finally opened up.
And he claims to have been bullied by the other workers.
Oh, not just bullied, Sergeant. This goes way beyond that. Do you know that one day he came home limping and wearing somebody else's overalls? Now, I didn't know until this afternoon, but it turns out that he'd been burnt. One of the boys there had thrown solvent on him and flicked a match.
Well, what you're talking about here is a very serious assault.
It's not the only one. There's been dozens. Falls and heavy weights dropped on him. I mean, my son is no twinkle toes, but he's not that accident prone.
Did he say who in particular had been doing this to him?
Well, he says they were all involved, but I think it's got something to do with that foreman, Jeff Dimmock. Nasty piece of work.
I tend to agree. Unfortunately, what we think doesn't count as evidence. But I'll talk to Damien again.
All right, Damien, tape's off. How about setting us straight? Remembering you can be charged with causing a serious accident. Now, I know you probably didn't mean to do it, but somebody was badly hurt. Now, if you're not responsible, who was?
I don't know.
Was it anyone working in the spray paint booths?
Anyone, full stop. But not me.
You can't have it both ways. Either it's someone causing trouble at work, or you set up the accident.
Have it your way, all right? I did it.
Your mother told me what you said to her.
Great. Fantastic.
Seems Damien hasn't just been bullied. He's been assaulted. Consistently and over a long period of time. So who's the ringleader? The head bully?
I don't want to go into it.
Is it Jeff? Is he the one that's been doing this to you?
I'm not going to talk about it.
He's trying to win favour at work?
Who are you scared of, Damien? Who is it?
We can make this stop, son, but it's up to you to make a complaint.
And how long do you reckon I'll last there if I do?
How long do you reckon you'll last if you don't?
You're trying to deflect the attention away from yourself, make somebody else the victim.
Don't you understand? I just want to work.
That's the trouble with being a gutless wonder, Damien. You'll always be the victim.
So, maybe Damien didn't tamper with the spray gun after all.
No, whether he did or he didn't, it doesn't really matter.
Interesting line of argument, Doyle, but try it in front of a magistrate.
All I'm saying is that it's a bigger problem.
The big problem with this joint is lack of authority and leadership in the workplace. So who's top of your list? Jeff Dimmock?
And if he didn't do it, he's encouraged one of the others.
Can't do much with that evidence.
Well, what about Mrs. Allenby?
Second-hand information, hearsay.
No, son won't talk.
Oh, he's scared of what happens to dobbers.
Well, he's got to stand up to these bullies, Maggie.
You know, Pedro, it's all right for you, but Damien's the one who's been badly hurt.
Oh, no. I actually speak from very painful experience.
Oh, you've been bullied, have you?
Yes, the kid's name was Spurway. It was in the 5th grade. Now, he waited for me outside the gates and he gave me a hiding. I went home and my mum took a look at me and she wanted to report him to the school principal.
Sensible woman.
What, are you crazy? Well, I wouldn't have been able to show my face again in public.
What happened?
Mate, my father, he took me to the YMCA. He gave me boxing lessons. I went up to Spurway. I looked him straight in the eye.
Yeah, you decked him.
No, he beat the crap out of me, but he never bothered me again. I went out with his sister and all was well.
And you know, he probably started picking on some poor other kid.
Exactly.
We could try getting Damien some boxing lessons.
Yeah, it works for me. Good.
Why don't you just go and have another talk to Molly Beggs?
Well, do you think she knows any more than she's already told us?
I don't know, but she's the target, and maybe she's ready to tell us something now.
Molly, we know there's a lot of intimidation at the workshop, but we need someone to speak up.
We'll look after you, I can promise you that.
Yeah, are you going to watch over me 24 hours a day?
No, but if we charge the bullies, then John Farmer will have to get rid of them.
John Farmer? Now you're making me laugh. He's as frightened as all the rest of them.
Who's he frightened of, Molly?
Yeah, right. Nice try.
No, the point we're trying to make is you don't have to be scared.
Is that why you think I won't tell you? Because I'm scared?
Aren't you?
Oh, those little boys, no. That's for wimps like Damien.
OK, Molly. What is it then?
When I left school, everyone thought that I would end up on the dole or at hairdressing school.
Not what you wanted?
No, I hate hair. And then this apprenticeship came along and it's like a dream come true.
But you had to be twice as good as the boys.
Well, you're not wrong there.
And if you were to dob, it would confirm everything they're saying. That girls just can't take it. Except, Molly, this wasn't some harmless prank, was it? It was a stupid criminal act. Trevor Sykes could have been scarred for life.
I really can't help you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so am I. Because I thought that you were someone who could be admired. Striking out and taking it up to the men.
Don't put that on me! I just want to work with cars, that's all.
Well, it's a pity the only way you can do it is becoming one of them.
Is that what the little maggot says?
Don't worry about what he says, Mr. Dimmock. What do you say?
Well, I never went near that spray gun, if that's what you're asking.
No, but you're the foreman of the workshop, aren't you?
That's right.
Yeah, so you would know what's going on, wouldn't you? You'd know what's going on?
We like to play a few practical jokes, that's all. Makes the new chums feel like they're part of the family.
The Manson family.
Hey, Jeffrey, do one of these practical jokes include setting Damien Allenby alight?
I wouldn't do that. My mum taught me never to play with matches.
How's it going?
No good. He knows the score. He realises that we can't make anything stick unless we've got witness statements from Damien or Molly. He's also secure enough to know that they won't say anything.
I want to see him now.
Sorry.
That's all right. Now, what can we do to help you, Mrs. Allenby?
Well, I've been trying to talk some sense into Damien, but he just won't listen. He just absolutely insists on going back to work at that place.
Well, there's really nothing we can do if he won't help
Sergeant. Charge Jeff Dimmock.
I can't. Unless Damien or somebody makes a statement, our hands are tied.
Look, if he goes back to that place, he is going to get hurt. And you're going to let this man go. There must be something you can do to make it safe, Sergeant.
I still don't know why you've dragged the whole workshop in here. They're not all responsible for what happened to Trevor.
No, but you are.
Me?
You're the boss. You've let some very unhealthy habits grow up in that workplace of yours, and it's time to call a halt. Now, do you want to do it or will I?
Better coming from you.
As you wish.
All right, bit of shush, thanks. Bit of shush. Hey.
All right, calls on the police force, calls on the fire and ambulance services. You lot have cost this community thousands of dollars. And all for some stupid practical jokes. Now one of your co-workers has ended up in hospital with a damaged cheek and a broken nose. You're lucky it wasn't a lot worse. Now get rid of these insane initiation jokes and the stupid and dangerous paybacks. Otherwise we'll come down on you in no uncertain terms. Is that sufficiently clear?
I'm sure the fellas know it's time to stop after what happened today. I tell you what, Sergeant, I'll take all the blokes down the pub for a drink on the firm and we'll work out a new set of rules for workplace behaviour.
Well, if you can sort out something constructive among yourselves, please do so.
Come on, lads.
Think it'll work?
I doubt it.
I thought we were supposed to be doing the industrial estate.
So?
Yeah, so what are we doing at the Imperial?
Look who's here.
Oh, God, Adam, this is... No, there is no law against him having a drink.
You coming or what?
No, you want to make an idiot of yourself? Go right ahead.
Chris, have you seen Stacey?
Adam?
I'll chat with a drink, eh?
I did got invent alcohol.
Jeff, I don't think this is the time.
No, it's all right, boss. No sweat. So ugly chicks could get lucky too.
Adam. Don't get the wrong idea, we were just talking.
Get out. Just giving her a roadworthy mate.
Go on, have a go. You're on duty, you lose your job.
Adam, don't hurt him.
See you, Stace.
He just turned up, barged his way in, had nothing to do with me. Adam. Adam!
Adam?
Not now, Chris.
How's your sexy little wife, copper?
Get out of my way, Dimmick. Hey, you Damien Allenby?
Yeah? So what?
You wanted for questioning.
No, he isn't. He's our mate.
Down the station now.
Whoa! It's another Adolf Hitler. Hey, where's your little moustache today, mate?
Come on, Jeff. We don't need this.
I'll ask you once more. You going to come down the station?
I don't know. You've got no right. You tell him, David.
Okay, you lot, that's enough. I want you out of here now. Do anything.
Bastard. Look what you've done.
Hey, your bloke went for him. Attacked him. No reason. Savage little dog.
Got Damien looked after. He's in an ambulance to the hospital.
Right, get Adam back to the station, thanks.
Can I do anything?
No, you've done enough already.
I hardly
Adam.
touched him. I was trying to arrest him.
What for? We've already spoken to him. Get out of here, Adam.
I didn't know that.
I've been thinking about what you said to me the other day, and, I probably can help you.
Oh, it's a pity it's too late for Damien, but come grab a seat.
I don't know why you're talking to me again. I've already answered all these questions.
Yes, except this time we'd like a few straight answers, thanks.
Yeah, why don't you ask your mate? He's the one who pushed him through a glass door.
And you're the one who's been assaulting him ever since he started at the workshop, isn't that right, Mr. Dimmick?
Prove it.
We don't have to. You've done it for us. You're quite the keen photographer, aren't you, Jeff?
Where did you get those?
Oh, we found them at work. In your locker. See, it's a pictorial record of all the abuse that you've dished out to Damien Allenby.
That bitch. Well, she told you about these, didn't she?
Now, Mr. Dimmick, are you ready to tell us what happened?
Not on your life.
see, these aren't real.
Oh, are you saying that the injuries shown in these photographs aren't genuine?
Afraid not. Damien and me dreamt these up between us. You know, as a sort of gag. They're a put-up job. Sorry, love.
All right, Jeff. We'll be talking to Mr. Allenby. Let's hope that his story matches yours, eh?
How'd you go, Dash? What did Zoe say?
Well, he severed all the tendons in his right hand. They're doing microsurgery now, but he might not get the full use of his fingers back.
That's a fine day's work you've done there, Cooper. You had a file there for Richard Cranium. You haven't opened one up and put yourself in there.
Cooper, I'll see you now. I'll make this short and to the point. I've already reported this matter to Inspector Falcon Price and ESD. Expect a full inquiry.
Boss, I didn't even mean to
Save it
push
for
him
the
there.
toe cutters, Cooper. You'll have plenty of chance to explain it to them.
You're not even interested in hearing my side of the
Look,
story.
all I need to know is you've let your personal life get dangerously tangled with your work.
Are you going to have me sacked? Is that what you're
It's
saying?
not a matter of judgment by me. Your behaviour here has gone way out of my reach.
I was doing the job. I thought he was wanted for questioning.
No problem with that, but when you start a barroom brawl and send a man to hospital, then that indicates to me you're the sort of character I don't want working at my station.
You mean even if the ESD inquiry...
I mean, I am going to tell them I don't want you at this station. Now, if I were you, I would start seriously considering another line of work.